Oh, hey, didn't see you up there. Welcome to the show. Vital MTB's Gear Show, that is. We've got an absolutely loaded program for you today, but before we get stuck into these and many other goodies, I'm very happy to announce that the show is growing and we've got our main studio back up and running again. That means that my co-host and anchor will once again be gracing your screens with his presence. In fact, since I'm still getting ready here, take it away, Gordo.
Daytime in Israel, nighttime in Idaho. That's the perfect opportunity to talk about this light in motion mountain bike lighting system. For Northern Hemispherians, it still stays dark late and gets dark early. If you're in a place like Idaho, riding when the trails are frozen is the only option to avoid rut-making, trail-destroying mud. The Light in Motion VIS 360 Pro Plus headlamp and Seca Comp 2000 bike-mounted light is a solid combo for dark riding situations. The 600 lumen VIS 360 is $139 US, features a variety of mounting interfaces, has a 120-minute runtime at full blast, and has a 20-degree spotlight beam. The 140-gram unit has 3 power settings, offers safety signals built in, including a red pulsar on the battery mount. The package is water and impact resistant up to 1 meter. The Seca 2000, $229 US, is a 2000 lumen 25-degree spotlight for bar-mounted use. At 216 grams, you can light up the trail for 90 minutes at full power or adjust to 2 lower power settings. It uses 2 battery cells to keep power up, and the LED array gives a powerful spot beam in conjunction with a diffused flood beam. Additional safety lights can be turned on or off as desired. Hit up lightinmotion.com to check out their full line of lighting systems. If Johan experiences a real winter, I wonder what gear he rides in the cold.
If you like to get after it outdoors when the temperatures drop, you need a good layering strategy and you need good layers. Specialized just sent over some of their latest fall and winter gear, and if you ride a lot in the cold, you're going to want to check these out. They're pretty amazing. The Trail Series thermal jersey utilizes the latest Power Grid fabric from Polartec. This stuff is light and features a grid design which is intended to keep you warm while drawing moisture away from the body as fast as possible. Upon first inspection, we thought we were looking at a base layer, but it's actually designed to be used as a riding jersey, on its own or with an additional base layer. The jersey features a hidden zippered pocket that will hold the phone or keys and credit cards, as well as a kangaroo pouch to help keep your fingers warm during a break. A short side zipper allows for extra ventilation if needed. On the trail, we were thoroughly impressed with this jersey. The fabric is breathable enough that you can feel some of the wind through it, but it also feels warm at the same time. The cut is snug and very comfortable when worn directly on the skin. We've had the jersey out on its own with no base layer in temperatures getting close to 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit, and as long as we were keeping things moving, we never felt cold. It also dries out super quickly if you really get into it. Of course, as the ride goes on and the weather changes, you often need to reach for more layers. We've previously covered the super minimalistic Trail Series wind jacket here on Gear Show with excellent results. Check out the review right here on the channel. But if it gets really chilly out there, you'll need something more. That's when you reach for the Trail Series Alpha jacket. This jacket utilizes a Polartec Alpha fabric, which features a thicker, soft inside liner designed to keep you warm while helping evacuate moisture at the same time. You can wear this stuff directly on the skin if you're just running a short sleeve jersey, or as part of a layering system. The cut is fairly snug, but leaves room for that thermal jersey and a base layer if things really take a turn for the worse. The jacket features a thinner fabric under the arms to evacuate sweat, while the 2 zippered pockets are lined with the same Alpha fabric as the main inside panels. Your hands will love those when you stop for snacks in the middle of a cold ride. Just like on the thermal jersey, there's a short zipper along the side to let a little extra air in during the climbs. In action, the Alpha jacket does a great job of keeping you warm while staying out of the way at the same time. No unnecessary bulk, this jacket never feels restrictive, even when worn under a riding pack. And even during intense efforts, the jacket keeps breathing well, which goes a long way towards regulating your body temperature. Both these items have really impressed us. The worst thing that can happen during winter rides is that your clothes retain too much sweat, which leaves you exposed to overheating, followed by getting cold very quickly as the wind picks up or you stop for a break. The thermal jersey and Alpha jacket work in the opposite way, helping you keep relatively cool during the effort, but warm enough to tackle weather changes and long days out in the mountains. If you frequently ride in the snow, you might need something more, but for everybody else, these are pretty sweet indeed. The discreet looks make them really suitable to wear around town as well.
Iceman, keeping it cool. Our tester Amanda Wentz also had a great experience in that Trail Series gear from Specialized. You can see her full review on vitalmtb.com. If you're a slip-on grip lover, the Sensus just launched their Emil Johansson MJ grip. Emil is as tech as they come, and that isn't only on the slopestyle course. The 32mm diameter grip is cushy, is 150 millimeters at full length, but there are cut lines for customization down to 144, 137, or 132 millimeters. With a reduced inner diameter, twisting is lessened and the end cap has been redesigned to be stronger with a profile that won't snag pant legs or obstacles as easily. Made in the USA and $13.99 for a pair on thesensus.com. Want to know where all the mountain bikes are? Hit our interview with Santa Cruz CEO Joe Graney to hear their side of the story. Over the years, we've seen a few attempts at off-the-shelf telemetry solutions that would open up advanced suspension tuning to a lot of different users. But none have come close to the level of refinement and integration offered by Mondraker's new Mind technology. Using 4 small and sleek components that directly mount to the bike, Mind is capable of collecting data about your bike's performance in real time as you blast down the trail. After each run or at the end of the ride, you can consult the My Mondraker app to get precise instructions for making changes to airspring pressures, compression, or rebound settings. You can also analyze various on-trail events with the help of GPS data to add context to the data. Oh, so that's why I bottomed out my fork on that run. The total weight of the system components is 199 grams. As for how to get it, well, it will be installed from the factory on Foxy and Crafty carbon models to start. Mondraker plans to implement Mind on a broader range of bikes over the next few years. There is no word on whether or not this kit will be available for aftermarket use on brands other than Mondraker. Propain launched their carbon Hugene 29er trail bike. The 140mm travel bike starts at €3,399 with the high-end model at around €7,100. Reach, seat angle, head angle, and chainstay length paired with some solid spec make these bikes look like a hoot. Hit up propain-bikes.com. Forbidden's 154mm rear travel high pivot Dreadnought, sickest name ever, was launched last week. You can snag this beast with a Push 11.6, EXT Storia, or Fox Float X2 shock, and it will come in 3 different colors. Different shocks mean different prices, but a complete SLX build starts at $53.49 US. We're expected to receive one later this spring for testing. There are plenty of comments on Vital MTB discussing the pros and cons of a high pivot bike. What do you think? As you ponder that and leave your answers in the comments, let's take it back to Iceman.
ENVE makes a really good carbon stem, but $280 is pretty steep for a thing that just needs to sit there and hold your bars. We do feel like the carbon stem offers a certain performance benefit in terms of reducing vibrations, but it would be hard to argue that it's really worth that kind of money. Now ENVE has decided to jump into the alloy stem game with a $125 offering that lines up a lot closer to normal market pricing for this type of component. The ENVE stem is cold forged and then machined into an aesthetically pleasing shape. A zero-gap design at the top of the faceplate helps ensure even bolt tension, and stainless steel hardware should ensure that the part continues to look the part even after years of service. The stem is available in 2 different clamp diameters and 3 different lengths to cater to most cockpit setups out there today. Installing the ENVE alloy stem is as simple as installing any good stem. The hardware feels good under the wrenches, and everything tightens down with authority. This is mainly down to making sure there's enough material around the high-stress areas, which ENVE has done a great job with here. We'd have loved to see 5mm hardware used, but that's more of a perk than a real advantage. In any case, the ENVE bolts feel good and do their job as intended. On the trail, there's not much to report, which is how it should be for a stem. We're running ours with an ENVE M7 bar, which offers a decent amount of flexibility to help avoid harshness in the cockpit. Needless to say, the 2 components fit together like a hand in a glove, and we've not noted any performance issues of any kind in a month of testing. We torqued everything to spec, and we've not heard a peep out of the cockpit since, nor have we had to readjust our setup. Happy trails indeed.
Envious indeed. VEE Tire has a new dry, loose conditions tire called the Attack HPL. Now everyone says, looks like an Assegai. But there are some distinct differences in knob shape and placement. 29 or 27.5 Enduro or Gravity casing, and with VEE's top 40 rubber are all in the menu for the Attack. Prices are $65 to $70 US, with weights anywhere from 1,080 grams up to 1,350 grams, depending on tire size and construction. VEETireCo.com.
If you like listening to music while working out or riding your bike, maybe you've tried using just any old earbuds only to have them fall out or become dislodged quite easily. That was the experience of James Bell-Booth of New Zealand, which led him to create Earshots. Working with riders like Sam Blenkinsop, George Brannigan and Bryn Dickerson, the focus is clearly on creating a product that will be up for a bit of abuse. These Bluetooth headphones use a unique magnetic clip design to secure the headphone to the ear. The speaker part sits directly above the ear channel, while a strong magnet secures the main unit behind the ear. The Earshots can be used as a pair or as a single earphone if you want to keep one ear free to hear more of what's going on around you. Using a single small button on either headphone, you can take action like skipping forwards or backwards in a playlist, pausing and resuming playback, or answering a phone call hands-free. The headphones hold enough charge for 4 hours of music playback, and the charging case holds enough juice for 4 recharges. The charging case is charged via micro USB. Earshots sell directly from their website for 170 New Zealand dollars, approximately 125 US dollars plus shipping. Fitting the Earshots is easy and does not require any modifications like different size inserts or whatever. The Earshot speaker sits close to the audio channel but does not seal it off completely like an in-ear bud would do. The sound quality is good, although it cannot compare with something like Apple's AirPods Pro or Powerbeats, in particular when it comes to bass. However, it is still comfortable to listen to, even for prolonged periods of time, never shrieky or tinny, even as you crank up the volume. The real party trick of the Earshots is the stability in action. Try as we might, we've not been able to dislodge them. On the trail, they fit easily with both riding glasses and a helmet, and we found that they will stay put for the entire ride without needing any adjustments. There is a fair amount of wind noise when the speed picks up, but that happens with pretty much any type of earbuds we've tested, and definitely not something we hold against the Earshots in particular. On the negative side, we think the button should have been placed differently. It's pretty small and requires a fair amount of force to activate, and because it sits behind the main unit, it's hard to locate and press. It would have made more sense to place it on the outside of the main unit, where you can press down straight against the head. Other than that somewhat annoying little quirk, we think that these Earshots make an excellent companion if you like to rock out on the trail.
Ooh, I hear it. That's your favorite smooth jazz album, Ponytail Piano Dreams, coming out of those earbuds, isn't it? Yeah, smooth. Thanks for tuning into the Vital Gear Show. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the trails. Ponytail, piano music, Iceman ponytail, Iceman ponytail, Iceman ponytail.